Yeah, so
I don't know. That was just my thought.
yeah, no,
Thought.
no, I know. I was just being clear on what it was you were saying. So again, so we know that Adam and Eve, okay, Adam and Eve is here. We have the fall, and then Christ comes, and then there's this redemption, okay. And what we do see is the redemption is it's showing us a truth, whether people want to believe it or not. It is showing us a truth that even though Jesus was what we would call physical, he was spiritual at the same time. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right.
yes.
So we have not been that yet. What he was, we have not been that. Correct?
Right. We are not
R-
glorified. We
right.
were never.
So we are at a state that we have not reached yet. But that is the physical slash spiritual state that we're supposed to be. So when you asked, hey, the things that were physical, they are spiritual, and now the things that are spiritual, are they physical? Yeah, but not fallen physical. It's completely different. It is not the same thing. So the things that were physical in the Old Testament, all that stuff was corrupted physical things. And all those things God used as shadows to point to something spiritual, right? Just like the Bible says that the law is spiritual. But he's not talking about the Mosaic Law that was given by Moses. It's not. You go pay attention to Romans, and you'll see what he's talking about. It's not talking about the law that was given by Moses. The law that was given by Moses is not the law, who is Christ. It's not. The law cannot bleed for you. The law cannot forgive you. The law that Moses gave is not alive. This is a huge truth. It is not alive. The words that are written on the 10 commandments, like where they came from, that law is spiritual. It has always been spiritual, but it was given into this world from a spiritual place, just like Jesus. But the law itself, the one that Moses gave, it is not it is not uh a spiritual thing. The tablets were not spiritual. The tablets did not come floating down from heaven, right?
Right.
They
They got
they
written on earth.
yeah, they did it. They came from here.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
when Paul says for the law is spiritual, it's not talking about the physical 10 commandments. The 10 commandments didn't come floating down from heaven. If anybody was to say yes they did, you're lying. No, they didn't. But the words that were put on there, they came from a spiritual place, but yet they're chiseled on stone, which is representing man's heart, which is representing what has to be taken away so he can give us a heart of flesh. And then it says, and my laws I will write on your heart. Christ is that heart. They're written in his DNA. He is that. And now so are we. But it just, what's crazy is how people don't know how to separate what Moses gave and what came. That is the wildest thing to me. They don't want, there's people that will not believe it. They don't want to believe it. And it's because they're stuck on the physical corrupted part of the world, because they still look at how man falls, society fail, uh, people still do things wrong, and you know, if you don't feel sorry for doing something wrong, something's wrong with you, right? So they get stuck in that. So instead of looking at eternity, and they're like, well, we got to deal with it now. No, Jesus already dealt with it. You don't have to deal with it now. They're literally still trying to live with that mindset that the rabbinical Jews had way back then. They still want to keep that, and they don't even know where that's coming from. And where it's coming from fear. It's coming from that if you don't feel bad for doing something, maybe something's wrong with you. Maybe you're not saved. But what I'm telling you is there's Christians that do this. You have Messianic Jews. So the Messianic Jews aren't the only ones that do this. There are Christians that still do this. They have to ask for forgiveness every time they do something wrong. When they do something wrong, they have, like, if God is stupid and he's waiting for them, like if he's like a tyrant or some sort of like narcissist, that he's like, well, Oh, I saw that, and boy, if you don't ask for forgiveness. And so now it goes back to performance based, which that was never the way. That was never the way to get right with God, was based on your performance. Right. But now that the Messiah came, now it's, well, you can't just do whatever you want. The Bible even answers that. You don't want to live there. You don't want to live there doing whatever you want. But what I have learned is, if you don't agree with people that think this way, they'll start lying about you. Bearing false witness is a sin. And these people that I'm talking about, whether it's Christians, Messianic Jews, a lot of them do this. Christians do this too, okay? They'll start bearing false witness and say that there's this group of people that believe they can just do whatever you want. And they'll try to put you in that category. And they'll try to trick you to agree that you think like them. Because if you don't say you think like them, oh, okay, well then see, just live your life however you want. And it's called bearing false witness. And I don't know why people don't pick up on this. Listen, I've seen rabbinical Jews, obviously, but I'm saying I've seen Messianic Jews do this. I've seen Christians do it. So I don't hold one above the other. I have never been that way. I don't look at a Christian that was a Gentile, they became saved. I don't see them or a Messianic Jew. I don't see either one of them higher or lower, because there is no Jew or Gentile. There's not. And so this is where you have to keep, and this is harder for a Messianic Jew. It's harder because they have history in this. You understand? That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're not careful, you can end up, hurting their feelings, man, like really bad, because they don't understand why you're not understanding what they're saying. And like I said, I've been doing this 15 years. I fully understand what they're saying, but I'm not going to sit there and prove that I understand. Like, it's just that, oh my God. They're like, okay, well then how do you view this? And before you know it, it's been 6 hours and they're still not convinced that you fully understand where they're coming from. I'm like, it's crazy, right? Same thing with Christians. Christians will do the same thing. Again, they put themselves under the law, and what they'll start doing is they'll start, okay, and here we go. Now they're focused on sin. They're focused on performance. The funniest ones to argue for me is a Christian who has placed himself under the law and a Messianic Jew. They have the funniest arguments to me. It's like Trinity versus oneness. I can sit there and listen. I can listen for at least 15, 20 minutes. Usually it's 5, but with them, I can listen, because the Messianic will point out that this Christian who put themselves under the law, they don't even understand the law. So now it's who understands the law more. And this Christian who is claiming they're saved by Christ, Messianic, they're saying they're saved by Christ. Now the battle is who knows the law more. And a Messianic, for most part, majority of them will win. What do you do for a living? I'm retired, Joe. I'm retired. I mean, I own 2 businesses, but what I do for a living, I'm retired and I own 2 businesses. And I do this. This is what I do for a living, right? If you retire, you can start doing what you want, Joe. You know what I mean? There's some people, they may never ever retire and they don't get to do what they want, right? So, but
Did I hear you term Puerto Rican? 2 businesses
do what?
with the S's, with the S at the end. Businesses.
No,
I'm being silly.
yeah, but you have to say businesses because it's plural, right? So I can't say I own 2 business. I have to put the apostrophe S. I own 2 businesses.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
It's businesses.
Yeah. Businesses, right? But Bill, you put an S behind everything, right? So that's Puerto Rican style, right?
Because I feel Puerto Rican. I feel Puerto Rican.
What did I miss, guys?
Yeah, so let me finish what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, again, I feel like we go over this every month, right? But at some point you know, Alex or whoever, you need to quickly understand when someone is kind of in a way like defending the flesh. Like, what do you mean? Okay, so you just do whatever you want. When anyone starts talking to you like this, what are you saying? The flesh don't matter? It matters. You can't just go do whatever you run for the hills. Again, it's bearing false witness. They're trying to make you believe that you don't believe. They're trying to make it look like that there's this group of people that exist that believe that they can just do whatever they want. And so what they do is they push you in a corner and say, "Oh, so the flesh don't matter? So the flesh don't matter no more?" Guys, old tactics. Old ancient tactics. Ancient tactics that you never see me fall for it. So you have to start asking yourself, if a person that's calling themselves a Christian is doing this to you, or a Messianic is doing this to you, you need to start asking yourself, why are they doing this to me? It could be because they think you're stupid and you're going to fall for it. So you might want to change the subject and stop letting them lead you into this gauntlet arena to literally force a conversation. They're trying to force you in a conversation that they think maybe you don't even want to have. So they're going to force you in it by bearing false witness and making you believe that they believe that you think it's okay to sin. You can live like an animal. You can do whatever you want. And then they're going to say, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to say, oh, see, you know it's wrong. See, because the law, and here they go. You didn't even see it coming. They swindled your butt, got you right back to the law. And now we're not talking about Jesus no more. We're talking about your performance. Right.
Yeah. You must have, I don't know, you must have heard when I had a certain someone on the panel. I'm pretty sure you know who. Like I didn't initiate the conversation to go that way, but
no, I didn't hear no conversation you had with anyone. This is not a new thing. This is not new.
Right.
This is not new. Listen, when someone starts asking questions, hey Trot, how do you see this? It's only one or two conversations. It's one, two, maybe three conversations, right? So the way you're asking your question does it go from physical to spiritual and now spiritual to physical? Those things always go back to the law, Alex. You understand?
I get you.
So
going back to my first question.
Right. So if you bring up, hey, you know, Trot, I was wondering, man, do we still sin? If someone asks that, it's either going to be about the law or they're having an issue with spirit, soul, and body. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes.
If someone brings up, hey, Trot, in the Old Testament, Moses threw the tree in the bitter water, they're either bringing that up because they're starting to see shadows in the Old Testament, or they're wanting to talk about water baptism. You understand? So it doesn't matter what you bring up. I done had these conversations a million times. So it's going to be either this, or this. You're bringing this up for one of these three reasons. It never changes, bro. You understand? It's the same stuff. I don't have to hear any of y'all's lives. I don't got to do. I got way too much going on than sitting there just listening to lives all day. So, like I said, the topics never change, bro. They do not change. Someone brings something up, well, they're bringing that up for either this or this. Now, is it possible that they're bringing it up for a completely different reason? Yeah, it's possible, but for the most part, no, bro. It's usually the same stuff. It's the same stuff. It doesn't change. So
I get you.
yeah.
So my initial question, like I didn't even have the law in my mind when I was thinking about it. You get me? I was looking more at the shadows than anything else. But I understand how people can bring it back to the law and misunderstand. So I guess it's something that I wouldn't bring up.
Yeah, when you're right now, look, because I brought back something that has been true for a long time. I didn't read a book, okay? I didn't get this from a Christian. I didn't get this from a Christian that was under a law. I didn't get this from a rabbinical Jew. I didn't get this from a Messianic Jew. I didn't get any of the stuff you see me teach. I didn't get any of it from any person. I got it because I studied the Bible. And so when I started showing where Christ is in the Old Testament, When I started showing that, I started showing it because I knew a majority of people didn't know it was there. That's why I started talking about it. But what's happening is because this truth is being revived everywhere in the world, it is, okay? And I will say a big part of it is because of me. I don't care, but it is. But because this is being revived the way that it is, everybody is trying to figure out how they can take that and use it to their advantage. So right now, people who are under the law, they didn't see any of this, but now they're starting to see it and they're like, hey, how do we take this and bring it back to the law? That's what's happening right now. But it started 15 years ago with other Christians who are under the law or Messianic Jews. They're hearing what I'm talking about and they're like, whoa, bro, hold on a second. And so they are led to believe, oh, well, what Trot's teaching is nothing new. We already knew all this. Oh, wow, y'all already knew all that? Yeah, see, and whenever this revives, we take that and we put people back under the law again. Bro, 15 years ago, people, Christians who were under the law or Messianic Jews, when they heard me talking about this, both of them tried to take it as something that they already had. And it's so funny to me. They claim they already understood this. They claim they already had it. And I'm like, well, how come y'all never talk about it? At some point, you have to start asking yourself, if what Trot is teaching is so true, why were you ever against it? Number one. Why are you clinging to it now as truth? Well, it's very simple. Because if they can cling to it and say, oh, yeah, that's true, and it's because of the law. It's because of the law. Now they're trying to make you believe that what I'm teaching, the reason that it's true is it's because it's supposed to lead you back to the law. That's funny. How come I'm not leading nobody back to the law and I'm the one that studied it? You understand? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? If I'm not using it to lead you back to the law, that means they're saying, oh, well, see, he's taking a truth that's already there and it was given to us, whoever the us is. And he's lying, though. He's not bringing people back to the law with it. And that's what you're supposed to do with it. No, absolutely not. That is not what you're supposed to do with it. I'm doing what you're supposed to do with it, which is make disciples. You're supposed to use it to make disciples. You're not supposed to use it to bring people back to something, back to the old wine. Absolutely not. Okay. Yeah, you're not supposed to use it for that. But sadly, that's what people are going to do. And so what you have to do is start remembering the you have to start remembering like the signs of that. That's why I was telling you, Alex, somebody will bring something up about the Bible and usually it's going to lead back to one, 2 to 3 different topics. It's just what it is. That's why they're bringing it up. They're bringing it up for either this topic, this one, or this one. It's one of the three. And yeah, there are times where they're like, "Oh no, I'm not bringing it up for those three," and they'll bring up another one, and you're like, "Oh, okay, well that's next in line." You know what I mean? Like, again, someone brings up a topic. There's a number one reason all the way to 10, but I always go with the first top three because statistically, that those three are the reason. It doesn't mean that there's not a eighth or a 10th reason. I mean, it's just like with anything else, Alex, how old are your kid? What's your oldest kid, Alex?
She's 3 years old now.
3 years old. Do they talk already at 3 or what?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So at 3 years old, if she asks something like, does she like cheese, Alex?
Oh yes, she does.
Yeah. Hey, do you give her those string cheese?
Yeah, she doesn't even pull it that string. She just chomps on it.
She just chomps on it. Yeah. So if she came up to you and does she call it cheese? What does she call it?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. So she goes, Dad, Dad, do we have any cheese in the refrigerator? You already know that the reason she's asking is because she wants one, right?
Yep.
So she goes, Dad, is there any cheese in there? Bro, you already know. Oh my God. Like, are we out? And you go look. Oh my God, we're out. Bro, you already know why she's asking. I'm telling you, that's how simple it is. That's how simple it is for me. When certain questions are asked, I already know, bro, it's leading to something over here already. That's what I'm trying to tell. That's how simple it is. So I don't have to watch a live. I don't have to hear a whole conversation. I already know, bro. Right. So it's that simple. When you start getting familiar with people regarding the Bible, you already know why they're asking. Right. If an atheist asks you, or a person asks you, hey, can God make a square circle? You really don't know where they're going. You don't know where they're going with this.
Yeah, they're going to, oh, well, God is not as powerful as he is, or whatever.
Yeah, they're either going to try to disprove that God is not super powerful, right? They're either trying to disprove that, or they're trying to show you that you don't know your God as much as you claim. And now we're going to take that back to, well, so now we need to start questioning everything you believe, because you thought God was all powerful. So we need to start questioning. It is going to lead to a top 1 through 3 reasons that they're bringing this up. Now, could there be a number 5 or a number 8? Of course there could. Okay. But I'm saying most people, after a while, you already know where this is going. You already know, so
100%.
yeah.
No, I 100% understand what you're saying, because like even I can judge straight, or like even after 20 seconds of a conversation with someone,
Yeah.
I know what way it's going to lead. But like you said, sometimes you get caught off guard and it's not exactly what you thought, but it's still in the same ballpark.
Yeah. So it's not, I'm not doing no, I don't have time to listen to TikTok all day. I don't. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, all that time that I stayed studying the Bible, talking to people, it was a lot. It was a lot of time. Now it's been 15 years. And when I say that I dive deep in the word and have conversation with people, I really do, for 15 years. So again, your kid comes up to you, Dad, is there any cheese? Bro, you already know, bro. You don't have to say, well, why do you ask, honey? You don't have to ask that. You already know why she's asking, because she want it. Now, yes, it's possible she could say, oh, no, I don't want it. My friend next door, I wanted to get one for her. Are you really far off of what you thought she wanted one? Whether she's going to give it to someone else, whether it was for her, or whether she wanted to get it and flush it down the toilet to see if it would go down like a turd just as fast. Maybe she wanted to conduct a science experiment at the house. Listen, again, there could be 1, 2, or 3 reasons. There could be 10. The whole point is she's asking because she wants one. What she's going to do with it, you don't have to determine that. It won't take long in the discussion, right? So, Dre, what's up? Do they talk at 3? What's up, bro? Let's see.
Well, I mean, sometimes like she makes up words, and even then you know what she's trying to say.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like I tell y'all all the time, y'all do what y'all want. Y'all are all grown. But there's a reason you don't see me doing certain things. There's a reason. All right. And I'm trying to tell you, stop arguing, stop going left field with people. Listen, all of us are going to do it at some point. What I'm trying to say is, it would be best for you if it happened once every 6 months. You understand? Or maybe twice every 6 months, once or twice, maybe 3 times a year. Me personally, it probably happens once a year where I'll go through there with somebody. I already know where it's going. I already know what the conclusion is, but it just seems like they need a paddling. So I smash them real quick and I leave it alone. It is what it is. Okay. But it is not something you're going to catch me doing on a regular, bro. Absolutely not. I already know that it's unfruitful. It's not worth it. Okay. But if I ever say to myself, you know what, I'm going to let this one go through a little bit. There's a reason. I have a reason for why I'm doing it. But if you're doing it all the time, stop lying. You don't have no reason. You just stupid. You ain't listening. You don't have a reason. Oh, I do it all the time. Okay, fine. You have a reason. Okay. But the truth is, people just like to argue, and you got to know when that is and leave it alone. Sawa, I learned the hard way. Yep, you can do that too. Hey, as long as you learn, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Yep. Spread the seed. Well, yeah. Arguing with people is not spreading the seed. People try to make themselves feel better, right? Because they have these kind of discussions / arguments or whatever, very unfruitful. And they're like, well, I just planted a seed. We'll let God. If they got a hardened heart, you didn't plant no seed. What the heck are you talking about? You can say you scattered seed, but you can't say you planted it. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that. Well, all you can do is plant the seed. What makes you think that their heart took the seed? What are you talking about? You planted seed. The parable of the sowers is what is true. A man goes out and scattered seed. What ground did your seed? You're going to sit here and make all of us believe that the 10 people that you argued with, you're going to make everyone believe that those 10 people had a good ground and you planted seed. You're not understanding the parable of the sower then, because you're scattering seed. And if your seed landed on a bunch of hard ground and the fowls of the air came and ate it up, and your stupid butt goes and tell guys, we planted seed in 500 people this month. Truth is, out of the 500 people, one person got one seed, and within a week it got ripped out. Your seeds did nothing because you're not being wise about who you're speaking to. You just think you go talk to anybody. There's a lot more.
You know what I noticed, brother? When arguing? I came to this conclusion. The more that you speak to this type of people, the more they want to defend their own kind of lie / truth, right? They think it's a truth, but it's a lie.
Yeah.
And that will make their heart harden, because the more that they defend it, the more they think it's the truth, which is a lie. We know.
Yeah.
So this was my conclusion. That's how I let go. Like when it comes to the point the person is like, no, let me tell you. I'm like, have a good day. Have a good day.
You are looking for someone who wants to learn. That's who you're looking for. That's it. Not someone you have to convince, right? God does not convince the way that Satan convinces. The tactics are totally different. God doesn't take away truth away from you. Satan does. So when people say, well, they both convince, no, duh, bro. But I'm saying God himself, us, we tell the truth. So in a sense, it's not taking truth away by much convincing. It's not the same type of convincing. Absolutely not. God is telling you the truth because he loves you. You understand? Satan is trying to take the truth away from you, okay, by using these lies and tactics to try to get in to your head with lies. For anyone to say that that's the same thing, it's not the same thing. I've always had people come up to me, well, I mean, you said that God doesn't convince. Okay, fine. So you don't understand what I'm saying? So when Satan was lying to Eve, was he trying to convince her of something? Yes. When God is telling Adam, do this, don't do this. If you do this, you'll die, but do this. Oh, by the way, name the animals. Is he trying to convince Adam of something? In the garden, do you see God convincing Adam? No, you don't. But you see the serpent convincing Eve. For anyone to say they don't understand what I'm saying with that example, I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, so today, right now, we're trying to get people's minds to come to God. So I fully understand when we right, the Bible tells us, casting down the imagination and all these things. So yes, you can convince someone that what they believe is a lie, right? But if you're trying to bring them to the truth, then the heart posture is not the same as that of Satan. We are not convincing someone to do something that is against who they are. We're showing them that what you think is true is not true. So I understand when people bring this up and they go, well, they're still convincing there. But to say, I always point, the convincing I'm talking about is what's happening in the garden. God is not convincing. He's not trying to convince Adam of all these things. But Satan 100% is trying to convince Eve, no, it's okay. He's trying to convince her. So what I'm saying is God tells the truth. Satan is the one that convinces. Okay. But because Satan has convinced a lot of people today, clearly you can use the word convince, meaning you're trying to take them away from the lie and bring them to the truth by casting down the imagination. But um, uh, the garden is what I use as an example, is to show the difference between God just tells the truth, Satan convinces. Okay, now today we are stewards of God. So yeah, there's going to be lies that people believe, and we can come against that, and you can say, well, that's still convincing. Yeah, again, but the heart posture is what I'm talking about. We're not convincing people to do something wrong. We're convincing them that what they're doing is wrong. That's not the same heart posture as Satan. Not even a little bit. It's not the same thing. Yeah.
So
So
hey,
yeah.
Scott. So like I found myself like getting better in a way. Let's say like if I go up on someone's panel, it's not the typical back and forth. It's like I get to like I sneak in spirit, soul, body. It's like I'm doing what Jesus said by being wise as the serpent but gentle as the dove. It's like I'm breaking into the strongholds but without full attack. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So when I fail, not like today, right? I'm just going to use today as an example. I said, look, I was going to close the live, and I said I'll give it 5 more minutes and see if there's any like really slow sheep that were coming to the live. And someone came up on the panel, and it just got me off guard. You get me? It's kind of like they just immediately had their guard up, attacked, and the way I felt after it, like, was that me being so drained or defeated? Was that like did I fail at breaking down that stronghold, or like what, like why was I so spiritually drained? Because like,
Yeah, no, you weren't
if you get me.
you weren't spiritually drained. Our spirit never drains. So you weren't spiritually drained. I'd have to hear the conversation. What was the conversation about?
So first of all, he was like, "Oh, your denomination. When did that happen?" And I was like, "What you mean? My denomination happened when, on the day of Pentecost. That's when it happened." And then he was like, "Oh," and then he started bringing up water baptism, and he was like, "Oh, why doesn't it say only believing?" And it was basically just very elementary stuff. But because like I was giving him answers, but the way, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he was just fully denouncing what I was saying and going back to the tactic of, see, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Maybe Jordan was there. I'm not sure. He's not even on the panel, so I can't really recollect everything that was said.
Yeah.
But it was just the way that I felt after. It was like kind of like a defeating feeling, or I don't
No,
know, just more sad than anything.
no, I think what it is, you know, just by listening to what you're saying, I think what happened is, honestly, is in a way you kind of let someone take over your live, and you're trying to be nice about it, but they wouldn't stop. That's what it sounds like. Because
Yeah,
you said
maybe.
yeah, because you said they kept asking you questions.
Maybe.
Did you hear what I
But they just
said?
wouldn't.
Hold
You
on.
get me?
Hold on. I got a phone call. Did you hear what I
Yeah.
said? You said they kept asking you questions, right? So were they asking question after question like that?
It was more of they wouldn't listen to what I was saying and just kept going back as if what I was saying was not true, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
okay. All right. Well, then that means they took over your live, right? And what you're trying to do is you're trying to be nice. And that's where the problem's at right there. So um all you got to do is remind yourself, okay? I don't care if people like it or not, that this is my live and I stay in control of my life. So when people say, "Oh, you just like being in control." Uh what's wrong with being in control? Right? Being in control becomes wrong when you're trying to overstep being in control. That's when it's wrong. To have order is not wrong. So I don't want to be in control of my life because I'm a control freak. No. I'm going to be in control of my life because I know that I'm going to handle what I'm doing honestly, which means I'm going to stay in order. I'm going to stay, there's order is going to stay here. We're not going to go out of order. There ain't going to be no out of order taking place. So because of that, because I don't trust people's motives, I'm going to stay in control because I am not going to do something that is outside of order to the most of my ability. Meaning I trust my motive over other people's motive. So because of that, there are going to be times where it seems like you're wrong, but it doesn't matter because order is going to be here. Not about being perfect. Nobody's going to run a life perfect. It ain't never going to happen. But I tell you what is going to happen, that if you try to be Mr. Nice Guy, somebody will figure out how to run over you, period. So what ends up happening is you're trying to be Mr. Nice Christian, and because you're being a nice Christian, they're going to come in and slap you around, and you're going to be like, man, why do I feel so bad the way? That's because you did not maintain order in your life. You should have told that person straight up, hey, bro, no offense, but you're not going to come here and just ask me a bunch of questions. Oh, why not? Why not? You like to be in charge? No, I like order, and you're out of order. Okay, if you're going to come up here, I'll ask you questions. It's kind of like, you ever seen a talk show where it seems like the person running the talk show, they get to ask all the questions and the other person's just a guest? You seen that?
Yeah.
All right. And what happens is, if the person who was invited, if they start asking questions back, what you'll end up seeing is you'll see the reporter say, whoa, I'm just a reporter. Why are you asking me questions? We're asking you the questions. You see how they flip it back? They remind them you're a guest here.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so if it's your live, then basically you're the one that asks the questions because it's your live. If they don't like it, they can kick rocks. That's why you don't see me go to a lot of people's lives, because a lot of, I hate to say it, there's no order. They'll let anyone say whatever they want, how they want, and the host won't even maintain. They would rather let you argue with the person than maintain order. And I'm not going into a live where nobody's maintaining order. I ain't doing that. It's crazy. That is nuts. That's why I tell you need to be careful what live you're going to, because you know what ends up happening is the people actually control the live, right? There's a lot of lives out there. It'll be the same person that turns the live on, but everybody's running the live. And they go, yeah, but that's fair. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, uh-huh. That's what you say. But what you end up seeing is a lot of out of order stuff happening. And then they try to get the person that's running the live involved, but the person just wants to be good with the people. Whoa, guys, hey, hey, look, I start the live, I let people come here. They remain neutral. So now that you remain neutral, you have no what truth are you standing on? See that now they don't want to they don't understand politics. Let me just say that. You have a lot of people that run a live, they let everybody come in and they're like, no, this is the way to do it. No, it's not. That's why I don't do it that way, because that's not the way to do it. Before you know it, now you can't defend anybody. If you choose a side, all the people will be mad at you. This is what you call trying to reinvent the wheel. Everybody think, well, I don't want to do it the way Trot does it. Okay, the way I do it is a very good way to do it. Go ahead and do it your way, and it ain't gonna take long. What's gonna end up happening is that person that's running live, they're just gonna have to shut their mouth. And now the people are in control of your live, not you. You lost control. That is a failed live. That's a failed system. Okay, your live is not a democracy. What the heck you talking about, bro? Oh man. Hopefully somebody listening learned something.
Needs to liberate this life.
Oh my God, bro. I can say I could teach. Oh man. Somebody learned something today. Like, oh, Trot's showing how to do it. And others are like, nah, bro, I'm gonna reinvent the wheel. I'm gonna show you how to your live's gonna go to shambles, my friend. You lost control of your live. The people run your live. Now they run you. And what was the point of you starting a live? What was the point? Oh, well, I like it this way. You have to like it this way now, because if you say you don't, now you disagree with everybody that's running it. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I see people, I laugh every time. It's just another sucker up there. And it's the same people. These same people go to all these people's lives. It's the same people. So now these same 50 to 100 people, they run 10 lives. And they make these people who's running the live, they make them feel like they're doing something. You're doing something for the people. No, bro. You just got all these jokers running your lives, is all it is. You ain't running nothing. You just a sucker. They say, hey, hit start. Yes, sir, massa. Yes, sir, massa. Let me hit start for y'all. Everybody has a voice here. No. They told you to shut up because they have a voice. That's what happened. They told you, hey, host, you shut up. We got the voice, not you. Well, I don't want to do it, like some of the other people, they got to be in control. Guys, come to my life. I don't have to be in control. No, they just sucker you into understanding they are going to be in control, not you. You shut up, you hit start, and then we'll show you how to run your life. No, absolutely not. Nope. There has to be order in your life, or like you're saying, Alex, you're going to leave feeling a little uneasy. Like, man, why do I feel like this? That's because this dude came in there and he took your kindness for a weakness and just ran over you. And the whole time you're trying to do the right thing. Like, well, I don't want to get in an argument. I don't want to get debate. You can't be passive either. Right. So you don't want to be aggressive, right? We'll always get one in here. A lot of them stop. They learn that it ain't going to work here, okay? But it used to happen a lot. They'd come in here, who do you think you are, bro? They come in here crazy, bro. They would come in here crazy. And I mean, get your goofy butt out of here, bro. All right? Listen, I'm not going to be passive. You're not just coming in here and act crazy. I'm not going to be aggressive and sit there and yell at you like a complete idiot like you are. So now I got to go straight to, guess what? Order. Get out. Ain't going to happen. Oh, he likes to control. Yeah, you're right. Because if I let you control things, you burn it down in a week. Get your butt out of here. Get your goofy butt out of here, whoever the heck you are. But a lot of them, they've learned by now that I am Mr. Assertive, and they don't like it. So they're going to call assertiveness aggressive. No, being assertive is not being aggressive. Being assertive is we're not doing that here. Okay. You can go do that somewhere else, and they will. They will. There's a lot of lives, bro. There's a northeast, southwest of TikTok. Okay. That girl that defended Christian was the wildest. Oh man, I'll never forget that. That was freaking hilarious. You better stop messing with my Christian. Boy, that girl was about to. She said, I got an iPhone and I'll call the cops. Bible girl, what's up? Hello. Yeah. I'm telling you, Alex, that's all it is. That is all it is. Oh, iWatch. That's right. That's what she said. iWatch. I got an iWatch. I'll call the cops right now. Yeah. So you got the north, you got the northeast, west, south on TikTok. This is the east side. Okay. And I'm not talking about east side of the world. All right. This is the east where wisdom's at on this side. Y'all can go to the other sections if you want to. Good luck. Let me see. Yeah. So anyway, I think you understand what I'm saying. You got the hood side.
Yeah, I do, bro.
Yeah.
I do, bro. Like 99% of the lives, like I'm able to catch on and I don't allow it to happen. But like I just let my guard down for that 5 minutes.
That's all. Yeah.
That's
all.
It takes us 5 minutes.
That's why I started asking the guy a lot of questions.
I mean, it wasn't even him, Bill. Because I knew one of you guys was like, you guys had it with that Zach guy, right? It was someone else. Like that guy got actually longer panel time than the person I'm on about.
Oh, there must have been after I left.
Yeah, it was. Like it was only 5 minutes, man, out of the 4-hour live, and that's all it takes just to make me feel in that sort of way. Like.
Yeah, that live was very edifying in the beginning. And then we left, and then what happened?
Okay, well, the conversation is not about that live. The conversation is about Alex saying he felt a certain way after, and the point is that's what it is, right? So again, it comes down to you being assertive, aggressive, or a passive, right? And so that dude took advantage of you being passive. But again, it happens because people don't want to come off wrong. They don't want to be rude. But being assertive is not being rude. It's putting your foot down and saying, this is not happening. We're not doing this. It's kind of like a bully trying to put his hands on you, and you're like, well, if I tell him no, he's going to get more mad and he's going to hit me more. Oh well, right? So you don't just let people hit you. That's not okay. You don't just let people hit you. So they're like, well, the Bible says slap you in the left side, slap you in the left side. I'm not going to get an argument. I know what that says. I know what it means. What I'm telling you, and you have a bully who is slapping you around, and you're like, well, if I tell them to stop, they're just going to do it more. Oh well, you have to understand. Listen, hold on. They're already slapping you anyway. What the heck are you talking about? You understand? They're already slapping you. What does it matter at this point whether they do it more? They've already been slapping you around. Being passive ain't helping. That's what allowed them to say, you know what? I'm just going to slap this person around. So if passiveness ain't working, you got to try something different. So, of course, you can say, well, just be, just be aggressive and slap them back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to be aggressive. What I'm saying is you got to start somewhere. So first it's, hey, whoa, get your hands off me. That is being assertive. That's not being aggressive. Get your hands off me. Stop. Hey, whoa, stop putting your hands on me, sir, ma'am, whoever. Stop putting your hands on me. You got to start there. Now, if the person keeps on, and you're already telling them, hey, man, now you can be a little aggressive verbally and say, hey, I'm gonna slap you back. You ain't gonna like it. No, you ain't gonna do nothing. Brr, brr, brr. I've seen it a million times. And then what happens? That person just, they finally determine this person ain't listening. So they slap them one time, sends that person flying 50 feet, and now they're the villain. Your conscience will be clear of being a villain if you did everything you could to get this person to stop afflicting harm on you. Your conscience will be clear. Okay, but if somebody just goes up to you and they keep doing this like they're going to hit you, and you just roll back and knock them out, you know what I mean? Your conscience might be a little, we've all been there in some form of fashion, you know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't have did it that way. I probably shouldn't have handled it that way. But your flesh, and I'm going to tell you this, regarding family, it can go left with family quicker than it will with the stranger. Let me tell you that. You need to know that. You need to know that it can go left quicker. I've seen it too many times. I've seen it way too many times. And the whole time you're like, why did that happen like that? And then you better quickly find out. You better find out why it went like that. Because if you don't nib it in the bud, then you're going to be there again, and you're going to be there again, and you're going to keep questioning whether you're saved. You don't question whether you're saved. You question, how does this kind of thing keep happening? And you need to find out what the answer is so you can resolve it. If not, then you're going to be, Lord, no, we ain't got time for crying. Why does this keep happening? Oh, okay, I know why it keeps happening, because of A, B, and C. Okay, once you figure out what it is, never again. You know what I mean? Never again. You got to figure out what the issue is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me move this over here.
Yeah, thank you, bro. And sorry for hogging the panel.
Nah, you ain't hogging
the question.
Nah, you ain't. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell anybody. Ain't nobody get one over Trot. Okay? If I let you speak on the panel, if I let you come up on the panel, it's by design. Okay? You ain't nobody getting one over on Trot. I think by now y'all should know that. If you think you come up on the panel and you're always bringing up titles, like Jennifer always bringing up titles. Okay, but some of the titles that she brings up, I've been asked some of these questions in the real world out here. Okay, and so I don't mind going over them. But if I ever feel like Jennifer is hogging up the panel, she'll know, because I'll say, "Hey, Jennifer, hold on a second. I've been doing it to her for the past 2 days. Hold on, Jennifer." but I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. It's by design. So Nobody's gonna.
He's done it for me for 4 years.
Yeah, nah, let's do it right here. Right. But there's always going to be somebody that will be like, hey, when you go up on a panel, ask this. I already know. I already know that somebody asked you to come up here and ask a question. I already know. So if I tell you, nah, we ain't talking about that. That's why. If I tell you, oh, you know what? That's a good topic. Let's talk about it. That's because I feel as though, hey, you know what? I do feel like I need to talk about this. It's all by design. Okay. You ain't getting over one on trot. I can promise you that. Ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. All right, so
when they try to get you and Dre at it.
Oh yeah, that's the best one when they try to get me and Dre. Sometimes me and Dre go through there just for fun anyway, just because people think, oh, well, we got no, nope.
I remember the first time y'all went through there. Well, the first time live y'all went through there.
I remember. I want the receipts. I want the receipts.
Nah, no receipts for you, but I'm not the first son of Noah. I'll be like the second two.
Yeah, me and Dre, we know. We just go. Sometimes we go through there anyway. We be laughing on the phone an hour later, and everybody's like, "Did you see it? Dre and Troy, man." Nah, Bubba, we seen that coming a mile away. But we'll go through there.
That's why I used to let the bear out. Now I do the disconnect. I just drop it.
I don't know. It sounds like you a Smurf living in the walls right now.
Bill's hiding under his bed.
Again. No, I just got back from the study, so I'm laying down.
Oh.
This guy. He said I'm tired after the study.
But they had a rough study. What?
What was rougher, his study or Alex's live? You be the judge.
Yeah. Connie, what'd you say? I've only been here about 8 or 9 months. I've seen it. What'd you see, Connie? Be specific.
I didn't know what to think after the first time, and then I talked to Dre by myself a little bit. Good times.
Yeah,
I'll say.
Yeah. I did have something. Let me see. I did have something here. I think it's right here. Oh, Trot getting real with folks. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but you missed a lot of them, Connie. Hey, I'm telling you, that first year or two, they see come in here left and right, and it just started dying down because they're like, all right, they know, bro, you just wasting your time. It'd be best for you not to come up because if you do, you're just gonna end up embarrassing yourself. That's all that's gonna happen. You're gonna embarrass yourself until you learn, and some of them ain't learn, but that's all right. That's all right. Somebody will warn them. No, bro, don't go up there. Yeah. You better listen. Don't go up there. They can't come up here, so they'll start a live and they'll just talk about Trot for 2 hours. Well, y'all Trot, and people try to tell them, bro, I don't care, and I don't. Don't even waste your time. I don't care. Don't even waste your time telling me what happened. I don't care. They're gonna have to take that to another live because we ain't doing it here. Right? Like in that one movie. What's that one movie? Giving them the business. Oh yeah, all day. What's that movie with with Will Smith and
Bad Boys?
What's the name of the other actor?
Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, Martin Lawrence. Is that what it is? Is Bad Boys? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Bad Boys, yeah.
Yeah. They walk in this dude's house and he's like, who's here? And he's like, it's the devil. He said, the devil's not welcome here. I need to get that clip. The devil's not welcome here. I need to get that clip. Dre gonna get it because I brought it up. Every time I bring up a good one, Dre puts it on his little board.
He's got the best one. When I mess up, he goes,
oh, that's the one I told. That's the one I told him to put on there, bro. Because the ones he got, because I said, Dre, put this one on there because I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget. He's got that. What does he say? What's the evil guy say in Harry Potter?
Avada Kedavra.
Avada Kedavra. Oh, it's so funny, bro. It's so funny. People are like, don't say that. It's a spell. No, it's not. It's fake. It's not a real spell.
Harry Potter.
Lord have mercy, people, man. They're like, it's devil word. Oh my, it's devil word, but if you believe it, bro, to me, it's a video game. Calm down. Lord have mercy, people. Boy, pull out their Bibles and pitchforks, burn you at the stake for playing a game, right? What was the guy's name that one of the first guys that used to look at the stars and stuff? What was his name?
Galileo?
Is that the one I'm talking about? He's one of the first. He was a Catholic or something. The Catholics got mad at him or something. Is that him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this guy, I don't know what he used. What did he use to look up there? Was he using like sphere glass or something?
He invented a telescope.
What? I know he invented the what was he using? Like how? Like what did he? How did he figure out how to magnify glass? You know what I mean? Like what? There's got to be a way that he describes, like where the thought came from. Most people describe, right? Look it up.
He didn't invent it, right? But like he improved it because he used Dutch perspective glass.
What is that? What is Dutch perspective glass? What is that?
It's like,
just look it up so it can tell us. Look it up. What is Dutch perspective glass or whatever the heck it's called?
Dutch perspective glass was invented in the 17th century. It's the first practical telescopes. This was used for. So
yeah, but what is it? What's the glass?
It was invented in the Netherlands.
I don't care about that. I want you to describe the glass to us. The glass. I don't know why we're going around. I don't care where it came from.
It's a concave eyepiece and convex objective lens that makes magnification 3 times closer.
Concave. So that means it's curved or shaped. They got a shape. Okay. I wonder. So how did he make it better then? If it was already a thing, what did he do? Put 4 of them together or something, or what? He spit on it. What did he do?
Curved it a little bit more.
He quickly deduced the design, ground his own high quality convex objective and concave eyepiece lenses, and constructed times magnification for astronomical use.
Okay.
He was a professor at the University of Padua.
Okay. Yeah. All right. This person said, let's see. Do you think Jesus can make it better for somebody recording? I don't even know who the heck Keisha. Who's Keisha?
I know this brother. Oh my God, he just trolls. God bless you, brother. Nice weather, but today is not a good weather.
No, he's talking about Kesha. He misspelled Kesha's name.
I don't even know what Kesha. What is Kesha?
It's a lady artist. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. Hold on, Christian. Calm down. Take a breath.
Let me read.
Hold on a second. Calm down. Do you think Jesus likes the song Pitbull, Timber? Pit bulls are dogs, timbers are trees. So a song, Pitbull, Timber. Jesus likes a song about dogs and trees. I don't know. Maybe he created dogs and trees. Maybe he does like it. I don't know. All right, Christian, what are you saying? Pitbull is a singer. No, Pitbull's a dog, bro. What the heck are you talking about? Christian, what are you talking about?
He taught himself to grind and polish his own lenses, which allowed him to create a more precise curvature than the often imperfect or imported lenses. He used a convex objective lens to gather the light.
Hold on a second. Wow, you're a square. So you're a circle. Well, you're an octagon. What are you? Nice. If I'm a square shape, what shape are you? Nice. I gotta know. Please tell me. If I'm a square, what shape are you claiming to be? You got to be a shape. If I'm a shape, you're a shape, dude. I'm part of what shape are you? If I'm square, what shape are you? I got to know. Dude, my gosh.
Move wire.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, we all hear it. We've been hearing it.
Hearing it. Just started. You're a triangle. You're a triangle. Okay, there. Thank you. Thank you for giving us a shape.
Happening again. Happening again.
One of the wires are faulty already.
Mm-hmm.
Can't trust them China maids.
It's the faulty system. It's what happens when you start out with a faulty system.
It's what happens when you refuse to get your OC fixed.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't take one day.
Are you polishing my chess pieces there? Are you polishing them? Are you getting them
No,
ready?
I'm rebuilding them because you broke them. See, I got to put them back together because you broke them.
He said God is a triangle too.
Let's see. It's going down. I'm calling timber. All right.
He's been on the panel before, brother. You remember him. You kept telling him this is not a good weather. Today is a bad weather. I'm sure you remember. It's a long time.
I don't know. He said nice weather. Hey, you know what's funny? Your name is Nice Weather. You always bring in bad weather. I don't understand. I tell you what. One day be good weather, right? Be good weather one day, or be nice weather, like your name is. You're always bad weather. You like entertaining? You like entertainment? Nah, no. You like bad weather. Do you like Hollywood? No, I like good weather. Bring nice weather. I'm trying to tell you what I like. Why are you asking me what I like? I like nice weather. You're always bad weather when you come. The wind's always blowing the wrong direction when you come in here. Be what your name is, bro. Nice weather. Be good weather, bro. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, make the weather so nice in here that I go tell people, wow, I met nice weather for the first time. But for some reason, I always go tell, I don't know why bad weather always show up. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can get into. Let me go slow. I think maybe I went too fast.
The sanctification. Sanctification.
No, I think we talked about it enough. We don't gotta talk about it for 3 or 4 days. Everybody go study holiness, right? All the derivatives, sanctification. Go study them, and you'll see in ways they're the same, because sometimes you can't use that same word, and in other ways it's kind of pointing to something different. Like sometimes it's talking about the soul, right? Coming to understand who they are in the spirit, right? Sanctification. And then sometimes it's talking about the act of what you're doing, being holy, right? But it's still pointing to the sanctified part of you. So when people try to say, right, when they go to the verses that talked about that you're being sanctified, it's talking about your soul becoming who you are in the spirit. But what you have to understand is that's your spirit. So this is why there's an argument. This is why there's this argument that you're not sanctified, you're being sanctified. And then the other people come in and go, what do you mean? But you're already born again in the spirit. And they're like, yeah, but you're not sanctified yet. Guys, the argument is so dumb to me. You had a dead spirit, and now your spirit is alive, and that's your spirit. You understand? So if your spirit is alive, you are 1/3 of you is sanctified, and no one's going to snatch you out of God's hand. It's not going to happen. But these people get focused on the fact that your soul is learning from the spirit. Okay. It's elementary. No, duh. Your soul is learning from the spirit, but that's your spirit. I don't understand. It's your spirit that has been perfected. Okay. So while your soul is learning from their new spirit, even though the soul is being quote unquote sanctified, it's their spirit that is sanctifying them. So if your spirit is the one that is sanctifying you, where's the idea that somehow you're not sanctified yet when it's your spirit that's sanctifying the soul? So again, the issue is spirit, soul, and body. They do not understand spirit, soul, and body. They don't understand. That's why this argument is there, right? It's a stupid argument. You know, I'm going to say this, Dylan, 10 trays, whatever your name is. How stupid can you be and still breathe? Stop spamming. Hey, can you get rid of this idiot? Don't let these people just spam. No, just kick them out, bro. Kick them out, Troy, please, for God's sakes. If you don't understand rules in a live, this is how you get yourself kicked out right here. Lord have mercy. Yeah, kick rocks. The heck? And then they go, oh, I'm sorry. You're sorry? You asked, I don't know, 50 times? Bro, listen, if you're here still, if you're listening, you don't just spam someone. What you do is you ask them a couple of times and you go, hey, are you reading my comments? You need to change your questions. Change it. You keep putting the same one. Someone thinks you're a robot. You understand? You're just spamming. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Trust me, I'm not even in a bad mood about it. Okay. Let this be a lesson learned. Like bad weather here. Bad weather. Can you stop spamming? Can you stop spamming? Get your stupid butt out of here. Get out. Get your stupid butt out of here. You too. Jeez Christ, man, these people. Get your goofy butt out of here. Jeez, man. See, it's like the second or third time people say you kept coming up here. And you don't do nothing but bring bad weather.
Why did I get dropped? Was it me that I got dropped? What happened?
I don't know. Why are you asking me why you got dropped?
I don't know. That was weird. Was I on the panel or not?
I don't know.
That was strange because
I didn't know you left.
No, I got a phone call, but then I got dropped because of the phone call. But then I requested, I came up. I thought, I don't know. That was strange.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Let me see. TikTok's been doing that. I don't know if TikTok's been doing that. Everybody always blames TikTok. I have no idea. So, Saba, regarding our messages, right, for the past few days or whatever, now that you're up here, which I thought you were here the whole time. I didn't even know you left. But so, like, I don't know. By now you should know, man, right, that these pirates that are in charge of Iran right now, okay? You know, I mean, if you don't know, you should. They play nothing but games. That's all they do. They play games. Yeah. No, ceasefire. No. Yes, no good. Yeah. Good. I mean,
I told you from the beginning,
no,
I know that.
Okay, no. All right. So I'm not just saying it to you. There's people, right, that are curious on what's going on. But I've dealt with these pirates for years myself, personally. Okay, on ground, in person, good ways, bad ways, you name all the ways. Lived there for a few years, so I've dealt with them. I already know the games. The Shia and the Sunni and Shia, they'll use each other's colors and fight, and they'll even start a fake riot to make you believe that they're having a riot. And I mean, you name it, I done seen it, done it, been there, got the T-shirt literally. And so it's the same tactics. So if people don't understand what's going on, okay, what they want is they want to make America so mad that they want them to invade the country. If nobody knows, let me fill you in on their tactics. Very weak. They're very weak. When I say weak, okay? Their tactics are like children, okay? So what they'll do is they'll just gaslight, they'll go against their word, and then they'll make it seem like everything's okay. And you're like, "Oh, wow, everything's okay." But we already know the tactics. We don't believe that everything is okay. Never. Not one time. Okay, so when the war happened in 91 in Iraq, the very first time is when we truly understood, oh, why are they always making it seem like it's so? We learned it in 91. Now, the truth is, we've already learned this in the 60s and 70s with the war that was happening, or was it the 70s and 80s? Yeah, 70s and 80s, when they tried to circumference. They made a big perimeter around Israel. Okay. And then there was this battle, this big battle that's supposed to take place. They're supposed to take over Israel, and they couldn't do it. And where they freaking, all these countries surrounded Israel, and they got their butt whooped. Okay. That is when we started understanding, like, for real, like, some tactics. And I'm not talking about battle tactics. I'm talking about like mind game, like I don't know, like, this is very weird, childish type thing that they do, and they still do it to this day. They still do it. I guess it works on each other out there. I don't know, but it ain't gonna work with stubborn Americans. It's not gonna work. So before America makes big moves, they allow the world to see how stupid these people are. Okay, which we've been doing it. We've been allowing the world to see. Look, there they go again. Look, there they go again. Look, and then finally, what ends up happening is we're like, all right, we're done playing games. Are y'all going to make a deal or not? Okay. And so I think we might. And now this part I don't know, because sometimes we let this game go on longer than others. Okay. But I will say, we're at the point, me personally, we're at the point where we think the world has seen, okay, they're playing games. Okay, they're playing games. And so I want to say, and I told Saba this a couple of weeks ago, I said, me personally, I'm going to say in the next couple of weeks, that's when I'm going to know that the world knows that we're showing them, look how they keep playing this game. And it's because they want us to invade. That's what they want. All right. It's not, I don't know why anybody would not understand this. That's why we destroyed their whole military. So we can show that, they just want us to invade. Right. That's what they want. Now, if they were powerful, they would have stopped us from destroying their military. I think anybody with common sense would know that. If they were powerful, they're not. They couldn't stop us.
I don't think so, brother. But I'm just like.
You don't think so? What?
I really
you don't think?
I
You don't
really
think so? You don't think so? What?
Because like with the whole thing, with the Strait, and and America, obviously now you guys are, everyone is gonna come buy the oil like from you guys, but still, I just don't understand how.
No, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know when you said I don't think so. What is it you don't think?
Because the allies, because of these people around surrounding, they're not letting Iran being invaded. That's what I'm thinking.
No, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. What?
If America invades, for example, as you say, Iran, it means that all the profits, it will go to the pocket of America. So then how can China, or like, for example, Pakistan, or all the surrounding countries, right, benefit from that? Because they're no longer in control, like, because we know that they are in control.
No, I don't understand. You said, I don't know about that, brother. Just need you to tell me what you're saying. You don't know what.
Invasion.
What? No. What did I say that you're disagreeing with?
My battery is low.
What did I say that you disagree with?
No, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying it proves, like, why until now they're still huffing and puffing, even though they don't have any military bases.
I don't understand.
This is my question.
I don't get your question.
Everything I say.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Do you not know what pride is, Saba?
Hold on, whoa. Don't add to it. Whoa. Saba, you said, I don't know about that, brother.
Gasoline into it.
No. If I don't understand, then I'm telling the truth. I do not understand what you're saying. So when you say, I don't know about that, brother, just tell me what you're saying you don't know about.
Okay, because, let me say it this way.
Yeah, say it the right way so I get it.
Okay.
Going around all this, I don't know what you're talking about.
Bring it down to my
Oh my God, Christian, stop. Oh my God. Saba, just say it. What?
So let me say it this way. So Iran, right, based on everything we lived and we experienced, this regime and this government and previous generations, such as my parents and my grandparents, we know they huff and puff a lot, and they pretty much showed the whole world we are powerful, right? Even though America now, they destroyed the military bases, I wonder, like I'm telling you, like this is my daily basis, like thoughts. How come they're still in power? Because they don't have any military bases. So it could be the allies. So the allies stops you guys not to intervene, such as Pakistan.
Okay, all right.
Immediately.
All right, Saba,
So
listen.
you still don't
No,
understand?
no. Listen, you said, I don't know about that, brother. I need you to give me one sentence, not a full story, one sentence on what you mean you don't know about that. You don't know about what? Listen, what did I
That
say?
America will get this done. That's it. I will say it in one sentence. That America will finish the job.
Finish the job? No.
Yeah,
I'm trying
like
to figure it. No. I
take
want
over.
Listen. Stop. I want to know what it was that I said. I need you to repeat what I said that you say you don't know about that.
No. Okay, so then repeat yourself, then I will say what I said. How about that?
No, repeat what I said. Not what you said. I said something and you said, I don't know about that, brother.
No,
I
wait,
need
let
you
me
to
think.
repeat.
When you said
I need
something-
you to repeat what I said so I understand what you're saying when you
Okay.
said, I don't know about that.
I think you said that they're playing games, right? These people are playing games, and America pretty much is trying to show the whole world, like, these guys are playing games, right? And then we went, I don't know, what was the last part? Brother, please.
If you're gonna disagree, you need to know what you're disagreeing about. So, come on.
No, I know this. Oh, the invasion. You said that the America, they want to show the world that they want to be invaded. I said I don't think so, right? That was the whole point. I don't think so. That's gonna be the case.
No. Okay, just to be clear, no. They want America to invade.
The regime wants.
Yes.
The regime wants,
Yes.
right?
Why
Why would
hold
they
on.
want?
Listen, just so you understand, they want American boots on the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand, but I don't think so. That's
No, I
the
know.
case.
I know you don't think so, but this is something I've been doing for a very long time with these type of.
We Iranians, we want, but if the case is for other reasons, like, to taking over the whole country, like as like claiming it.
No. If you don't understand what I mean, you need to ask or tell me you don't understand, not disagree. So you don't understand what I'm saying, Saba.
Okay, so please make me understand.
Okay, no. First, you need to understand, okay, that number one, that they want us to invade. Okay, so now what you need to say is, well, I don't know what you mean by that, Trot.
Exactly.
Okay.
For what reason?
Okay. So instead of disagreeing with me, get me to explain what it is that I'm saying before you disagree, right?
We had this conversation, I know, pretty much.
Well, I mean, maybe. But you have to at least understand what the person is saying before you disagree.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Fair enough. Yes,
Okay. So I understand that you're Iranian. Let me ask you this. These pirates, are they Iranian people?
No, they're not. 100% they're
Okay,
not.
so there's two different people.
Right.
Okay,
Iranians and Iranian regime. Yes.
Right, well, I call them pirates. You can call them whatever you want.
Pirates. Yeah, pirates.
They're pirates. Okay. So when I'm talking about the pirates, why are you defending the pirates?
I'm not defending the
Okay,
pirates.
all right.
Heck no.
Okay, all right. So when I'm talking about the pirates, you need to stay focused that I'm talking about the pirates. Okay? So
Okay.
the I don't care where these people live. I don't care where they live. I don't care where they go. Their mindset is something that America understands. America understands their crazy pirate mindset. Do you understand?
To some extent, I would say yes, and to some extent, I would say no, because if you guys did understand, then I have a lot of questions, brother. You don't understand what I'm trying to say here.
Listen. It's fine. Just
America, it doesn't even know who's in charge.
Oh my God.
How could America understand what's going on? We don't even know as Iranians who is in charge. How would you guys know?
What do you mean? It's called technology, Saba. We know. So what you're saying is y'all don't know.
They're like mafias, like we know.
No. They're not like, they're pirates. How many times I got to keep saying this?
Pirates, mafia, whatever. You know, like
no, mafia are a little more organized. These people are pirates. They're mafia and pirates are not the same kind of people. They're both crazy, but they think totally different. They will kill each other to keep doing what they're doing. Mafia people do that less. These people do it more. They will kill each other more than mafia would. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Pirates, we're talking like the difference between dogs and wolves. Have you ever seen dogs like go to each other to kill each other and eat each other? Dogs?
No.
No, but wolves do. Wolves will. Like a rat.
Okay.
Like a rat. A rat will. A rat.
All right.
But give me an animal that's kind of like a rat, like a
hamster.
A hamster. Hamsters they're not known on a big level to kill each other for food. Not on a big level, but rats are.
Hamster, they do too. They eat their children,
but
too.
not like rats. I'm telling you, it's totally different level. Okay. What else?
Same family.
A ferret. A ferret. Are ferrets known for killing and eating each other? That's what they're known for?
Know. I don't think so.
No, but a rat is. They're both.
What about cats?
They're both. Well, I'm saying okay, so what about humans? I mean, listen, we can sit here and do all the animals. I'm trying to show you that a ferret is not like a rat. A ferret is not like a rat. You understand? So even though they're both smaller animals, creatures, they're on the ground, they're not the same thing. So a mobster, the mafia, is not the same as a pirate. They have different rules. They're not the same. We can say, well, they're both human, but they're not the same. I'm telling you, they're not. Okay. They're more cutthroat. They're more loony toony. They're more loony. All right. We can say,
if you want to think about it, the more like, for example, mafias, it's not just only one person. Like there are groups of them. Like they have the same mindset, you know, they have the same goal, and they can switch on roles. They can switch, you know, the game, like, you know what I'm trying to say. But like with pirates, they're gonna have a leader, but they don't. You understand what I'm trying to say here? This is the point.
I do. I just want to be clear that there's a reason that I call them pirates.
Yeah. I call Britain the pirates too. Like Britain is just a bunch of pirates.
When are you gonna see the movie Braveheart? Go watch it. I'm telling you, it's a good movie. I'm telling you. If you ever like the movie, this would be a movie, especially.
I saw the trailer, but I mean,
don't watch these recommendations, Saba. I'm telling you.
Huh? Let me see. Trent, I didn't even know Trent was here. Trent, what's up, bro?
What's up, brother? How's it going?
Bro, you've never seen the movie Braveheart?
I've seen many clips of it, but not the full thing.
Oh my God, you're a guy, man. This is a movie to watch. This is a movie to watch.
Cool. It doesn't mean if I didn't watch one out of the 700 manly movies there are.
No. This Braveheart is in the top 10. So if if there were 700, this is still a top 10. Braveheart is a top 10. I'm telling you. It's not just like any other one. And it's a true story. And it's a true story. Now, of course, they're not going to get everything right, but what's going on in Iran it's very similar to this kind of crap. But anyhow, okay, real quick. So the comment that I made is, listen to what I'm saying, Saba. These pirates, they want American boots on the ground. The pirates do. You understand?
For what reason? What reason?
Let me ask you. What reason do you think I would tell you? You can't think of one reason?
I don't know.
Not
I genuinely, because like you were talking about the regime. Us Iranians, we don't want.
We're not talking about. Oh my God, we're talking about the pirates, Saba.
I don't know. Please tell me, brother. I don't know.
All right.
For what reason?
All right. Listen.
That's odd for them to want it.
No,
you know, like
it's
us,
not.
We want it.
It's not. No, I don't know why you keep bringing yourself into this. Are you a pirate, Saba? You a pirate? Huh? You a pirate, Saba? Huh?
Heck no,
you undercover pirate? Why you keep putting yourself in the category with these crazy people? So why do you keep bringing the Iranian people into the conversation? They're not in this conversation.
I'm saying the difference. Brother.
They're not in the conversation. I'm gonna say it again.
But I'm saying our reason is
oh
that we
my
want
God.
that regime
I don't
to
care.
go.
I don't care. We're not talking about, listen, we will talk about the
Okay,
good people of
okay.
Iran here in a minute. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We are talking
I'm
about,
gonna stay on mute. I'm gonna listen.
all right. We are talking about the rats, the ratas. Okay. But no, I need you to try to understand. I need you.
Here we go.
No. I want you to tell me why these pirates would want them American boots on the ground. Why?
I just heard it from you today, brother. I didn't even know they want America.
I don't care. I don't care. Listen to what I'm saying. If it's true, listen to what I'm telling you. If what I'm saying is true, I need you to figure it out. Why would they want that?
Why they would want that? They're stupid if they want that.
Well, first of all, they are stupid, but why would they want it?
To take over?
What do you mean?
To make people feel bad for them.
No. Mm-mm. Anybody? Nobody else?
Yeah, to look like, oh, they're these Americans. They coming to our land and taking.
Well, the propaganda, of course, they're going to do the propaganda, but that ain't the number one reason. I want the most correct answer.
The most correct.
The most correct. The number one reason. Taylor, nope, that's not the number one reason.
Friend, do you know?
Oh, so they can learn more about how the American system goes.
Well, I mean, that's way down there, but I need the number one. I want the number one reason, not the number 10, the number 50. No, the number one. Number one.
Trend, help me.
Trend, you got it.
Reasons, in my opinion, I would say, for example, to gather American soldiers, to make, like, in a sense, to leverage them, to make it seem like to the public that America has lost the war, or, for example.
Okay, well, that's down there, but I need the number one. That all those things y'all are naming are true, but there's a number one answer, and you will not agree. You will not agree until you understand the way that these people are pirates. Okay, pirates, bro.
Oh, so they can let these Americans alive certain people in there, like the actual Iranians.
that's down there. I'm the number one. All this stuff you're gonna say is right, but I'm telling you, there is a number one reason that they want American boots on the ground, and it's a very sick reason. But I'm trying to tell you, I've dealt with these pirates before. I've dealt with them.
So they can the American can be unalived.
That's close. You're getting closer. Just keep thinking more stupid. Keep thinking more stupid, and you'll figure it out.
So their own people.
Let me think like a pirate.
Yeah, you're close, Meow. You're close.
So they can like get rid of the American sources. Like that's the closest thing.
No, you were better when you were thinking stupid. See, you were doing good when you were thinking. But now you're starting to try to be smart again. No.
Oh, okay.
You got to keep thinking barbaric, stupid barbarians.
How about so lots of people die?
Well, I mean that's close. That's close, but it's not the number one reason. It's not, but it's close. It's right there.
That's what they said, Alex.
Yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much
already here in America.
Huh?
So I said they're already here in America. So if they.
Well, that don't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're talking about why do they want American boots on the ground? I'm sitting there telling you they do. I don't have to watch TV. I already know how these people think. I don't have to watch it on the news, bro. This is what they want.
So they start war. So the war starts actually with the whole other allies like China.
No, that's down there. I said the number one. That's true, but the number one.
Okay, I don't know. That's it. I give up.
Nobody knows. Anybody else want to try?
We need a reptilian to answer this.
What is a reptilian? What?
Like someone who's really evil to answer this, because
you need someone. You need someone who is wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove. That's who you need to answer this.
Quick question.
Yeah, but like someone who deals with the fertility.
No, that's too smart. I said stop all the smart. Y'all making this hard. Let me tell you, the answer is so simple. When I say it, I don't know who's going to believe me.
America wins to show like America is winning, something like that. So they can go easily. So they can let go easily.
Nope.
Does it have to do with revenge, since the Americans have unalived many of the Iranian supreme leaders? So
it's not. Well, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like you're wrong, but it's not revenge. Okay, it's not revenge. That's words they use to lie about what they want to do. Okay, but it's not.
Okay, what's the closest answer?
No, I mean, it's around there, bro. I'm telling you. When I tell you, you're like, nah, that ain't there. I'm telling you, yes, it is. When I say the answer,
say it, brother. This is not biblical, brother. Just say it. For the love of God.
No, but it's politics. It's politics.
What's the closest answer I gave?
Huh?
The closest answer I gave.
Yeah, the one you gave was real close. Yep.
Which one? Because I forgot.
Yeah, this is what happens when we come up.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you just want me to say the answer. Put a 1 in the chat if you just want me to say.
They can become martyrs.
Well, I mean that's correct too, but it ain't the number one.
Basically, the closest answer is that they want to let these American unalive, and and then act like they're winning, and then they unalive each other.
All right,
and then
let me. I'm gonna tell you the reason. The reason they want American boots on the ground is so they can at least capture one and drag them everywhere in the street. That's why.
Heck no. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
That's it.
That's why they were so after that.
They would let Americans bomb and kill everybody and do whatever they got to do to try to get them to come in there just so they can capture them and record humiliating one American.
I know, because they were actually trying to do that with the pilots, Did you guys know? Let me actually tell you about us Iranians. Did you guys know when the pilot was the Iranians, we were talking about Iranians, they found out the pilots, it crashed, right? And the pilots were alive. Did you know that all Iranians, they went out with their cars, they closed the street, so the police and the people from the regime, they cannot go actually to find them. So they caused traffic. So let me tell you about my people.
You don't have to.
That's what's up.
Hold on. You're saying the Iranians were trying to stop that from happening?
Exactly.
I believe that.
All the roads so they buy time for Americans to come rescue the pilots.
Yeah, and if you know anything about capturing a downed pilot, it's not easy. Okay, so it's not. Okay, I've been there, done that. It's not easy at all. Which is crazy is because the American news, they were like letting the pirates know, oh, just so y'all know, we haven't found the down pilots. How stupid these Democrats / liberals are. They're so stupid that they're trying to get the big news that they would tell the enemy, hey, just so you know, we haven't found them yet. Well, how stupid can you be and still breathe? So you're going to tell them that we haven't found them so the bad guys can go out there and find them. That's stupid idiots, bro. Stupid, all about story.
I've seen videos. I've seen they actually put they said that they're going to pay whoever they captures them, like anyone. So people, when they noticed, because obviously they were Americans and they knew what they're going to do, as you said, right? What you're saying, it makes sense. So people, they blocked all the roads with their cars. I've seen the images, like the videos. If I find it, I'll show you.
Yeah.
They literally, the cars, literally blocking all the roads, not allowing these cars to pass through, to go on that area that the plane was crashed. But that's crazy. Yeah, that's what's up.
But this is what I mean. But this is what I mean by pirates, okay? They don't care how many leaders they unalive. They don't care. They have a stanza, if you will, like they have a creed, okay? I don't have to know their creed, but I can just tell they have a creed, and their creed has 1, 2, 5 stanzas, whatever their creed is, but they have one, and it's just like a pirate's, right? Pirates back in the day, there is no, it's every man for themselves. Every man is for themselves. America is we don't leave a man behind. Okay. But these pirates, they don't care. You can kill every one of them. As long as one of them is left, and they can find one American, they'll drag him with bullets in their body. They'll still be dragging them because they believe that it's not about who won. It's about whether we can at least humiliate you at least one time. They're psycho. They're psycho, these people.
I got a question though. Is that fine?
Yeah.
All right. Out of all the reasons, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure everyone on this land does want that filthy regime to fall, right? None of us, I think so, even want that. But
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is, you're telling me out of every single thing, as you label them, those pirates, so let's just use that word for now. Since now, you're telling me the only thing the pirates want to do out of everything that could benefit them, either economically or in warfare, you're telling me the only thing they want to do is just drag a measly American soldier.
No, the word only was never used. It's the number one thing they want to do.
Yeah, I agree with him, Trent. Why? Because it's true. I know their mindset. It's true. Even like American Iranians, they're still like being tortured, like in in jail. And there's and that I know what he's saying is true. And it didn't cross my mind.
It's not the only thing they want to do. No. It's the number one thing. And then there's a number 2, a 10, a 30. But they seek that over money and everything else. They just because they still believe that that's going to put fear in us. That's what they think. That if they do that, first of all, you got to understand this is what they like to do. So it's their thing. I want to drag them around and then, yeah, look, we got the so-called strong Americans. Look, oh wow, how so strong? It's a very like in their head. They feel as though they're belittling us, but they're not. To us, it's war. Like, that's normal. Like, we already know that if we get captured, we're going to get drug around. It's not, that doesn't scare us. You understand? But they think it does. Like, somehow we're scared. No, bro. What do you mean? We already know. So what we're doing is we're handling it the way we're going to handle it. And then another thing you have to understand, these pirates, Iran is no longer Iran right now, man. Okay. A lot of the roads in Iran, they're full of bombs.
My heifer.
Part I wanted to hear.
Anyway, so
Sorry?
yeah. So a lot of the roads in Iran, they're made a very specific way with bombs under the roads.
That is true.
Okay, and they do this, and trust me, I know, man. Trust me, I'm telling you, I'm not lying about what I'm saying. And they make they want the Americans to come because they're going to wait for a very specific number of them to be there, and they're going to blow all of them up. So we already know, bro. You understand? These pirates think we don't know. We know, bro. We know better.
You're about to say these Iranians.
So, but again, we're talking about the pirates. Okay, so the pirates, the way, like, if you were to come on their beaches, it's not far in there. They got bombs everywhere, mines, all that. And like, if we don't know that, if we really wanted to, we would just blow all of them up. Okay, but we're not trying to just demolish the entire place. We could if we wanted to. We don't want to we don't want it to take another 50 years for the Iranian people to rebuild their we don't want to have to do that. But I'm sitting there telling you, that's why I was telling you, Saba, again, I'm not there, so I can't be 100% specific on the timing, but I'm sitting here telling you the last resort is going to be a very crazy annihilation of a bunch of stuff. And there will be no more question about I'm trying to guard my words here, but there will be no question about whether this is the biggest kabooming ever in history. It will be, I'm telling you, because
let me say something. When Trump posted the video, right? that is showing like, you know, people protesting and like, you know, there's this girl, she's writing on the wall, "Thank you, Trump, you know, send help, like help us," right? He posted on his X channel, right? If you notice, Iranians, they actually went and they dug. There was a hint in there. And it's written in Farsi, Shah Ahmad. It means the king has arrived. And you didn't take, I'm telling you, you don't see the picture of the prince in any of like the scenes that he posted specifically, because those scenes have been cut, so it doesn't show like the prince, someone is holding the prince, you know, picture. But there is a specific scene, I'm gonna screenshot, I'm gonna send it to you, that it's written in Farsi, that it says Shah Ahmad. It means the king has arrived.
Yeah.
And it's in the person's hand. So we 100% sure that he has chosen the crown prince to be the transitional leader. And I know that. We know Iranians, we know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, again, you know, Trump's not dumb, dude. Like, he knows, like, he may not want that guy to be the leader, but sometimes you gotta kind of, in a way, at least do what majority of the people want. So he knows, like, okay, well, that's not who I would, you know, and again, if Trump says that's probably not the best pick, he might be right. I'm just saying, but that doesn't mean he's not going to give y'all, all right, that's who y'all want. But what I'm telling you is there is a point of time, and I don't know, but I already know what I know regarding boots on the ground in Iran. Listen, we went to Iraq. Let me tell you, Saba, if you guys don't know, super chat question. Okay, hold on a second. I didn't know I had a question. Thank you. Who is that? Who is that? Bible girl. Thank you. Oh no, I saw the super chat, but I don't see the question in there. Where's the question? I just see like a person's name or something. What's the question, Olden?
They are pirate trying to distract this conversation.
No, it won't last long. For you, get a job. Here's some money. I'm retired and I have 2 jobs. So
get a job. Here's some money.
Yeah. I think these people think that everybody that goes live, you know what I mean? I think they believe like they don't have a job. I think that's what I think. That's what I'm starting to learn.
Well, it's true about the vast majority, Trot. So
yeah. Let's see. You're not spamming. Do you play an instrument? Yeah, I do play an instrument. I don't know why that's relevant about anything. Still waiting.
It's called the harp of David. Is the
yeah. I play 2 instruments. Yeah.
When's the next album coming out?
Hold on. Ask CJ. CJ's tripping.
Bro, CJ again?
You said what? Yo, what?
Christian, is there a reason why you shut up when CJ said what? I don't understand. Like,
I thought
you're talking. You're talking to CJ. CJ's asking you what, and you don't say nothing. Out of all the times that you say something, that's the time you don't say nothing.
It was half a second. I was waiting to see if he was done talking.
He's still talking.
Anyways, I said, when's the next album coming out?
The next one is April 30th. April 30th.
April 30th?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. What is today? Today's the 20th. What's today? 21st?
21st.
All right. So, yeah. So, I don't know, like 10 days or something. 10 days. Let me see. No, which one's coming out right? Reclaimed. Reclaimed comes out in about 10 days. And then the other album,
after the single comes
yeah.
out.
Yeah. So the single Thank You, the single comes out in 10 days. The album Reclaimed comes out in 10 days. And then 3 weeks or 4 weeks after that, the album Thank You will come out, which it should already be out, but CJ just, he's like, I do it when I want to do it, I guess. I don't know.
What's today's topic?
Well, we've had a few of them already. You want us to recap or?
No. Some of the beginning ones I don't care for.
The beginning ones are the most important ones.
Nah, they're usually
they're the best. They're the best ones. Haters don't like them.
Yeah. Okay. Call it what you want.
Yeah, haters don't like them. So you want to know what we're talking about now?
It takes a hater to know a hater. Remember that.
That's right. But that's why you're wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove. Wise as a serpent, gentle. So you have to learn what a hater is, right? Yeah. So right now, because I was telling Saba a couple of weeks ago so a couple of weeks ago, I said in the next 2 weeks, we're going to see and a week's already gone. So here we are in this week, and this may be the week, man. I don't know. There's no way to really know, but the timing is about right. I'm just saying. So we're going to find out this week if I don't know, man. It might be some crazy bombs that go off. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, I told Saba, hey, these next 2 weeks, we're going to find out. So we're in that second week. So it could happen this week, or I don't know. We'll see. But if it does happen this week, we'll know, because there'll be a bombing we've never seen before in a long, long time.
So can they really do that though? Like, what if they hit like a nuclear plant? Isn't that going to spread the chemicals?
Well, I mean, they're gonna. First of all, collateral damage is a real thing. I mean, that's a real thing. Yeah. So no, it is sad. War is ugly. But I think what people. So it's kind of like, do you want to bomb and destroy a lot of stuff, or do you want to put boots on the ground and have a bunch of soldiers like dying, right? Like kind of, in a short period of time, because that whole area, we're going to have to bomb that whole entering Iran from the sea, that whole thing is full of bombs underground. So what you do is you just blow all that up, right? That's what you'd have to do. And I mean, we're talking, it's going to take, after this whole thing is done, it could take them 20, 30 years to rebuild all that we blew up. And it'll make it harder for them.
I don't think we talked about this yet. What are your thoughts on the possible draft and now selective service being automatic and stuff like that?
Because of this? Because what's happening in Iran?
Well, what the report that I read was that the recruiting in the military in the United States is at all-time low, supposedly. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they say.
Yeah, because, it was before Trump went into office. It was. Matter of fact, look it up, Dre, if you can. Can you or no?
I can't. I'm getting Levi from school, but
yeah, no, I think.
Saying, like,
well, no. Let me say something. Let me say something based on what you said. I do believe, from what last time I looked, before Trump came into office, it was at a low, all-time low. Now you can fact check me on that, but I think that's correct. I think I remember reading that, or either that being true, and then now that Trump's been in the office, it started going back up. Now, I don't know how much up it went. So let's say when Biden was in office, we can say, people were entering at 50% compared to prior years. I don't know if it went up 10 or 20% because of Trump, but I know it went up. But how much up, man, I don't know. It'd be a good thing to know. I haven't looked it up, but I do know it went up. But again, 5 or 10%, that ain't a lot. If it went up 50%, then that'd be a lot. But matter of fact, Christian, look it up if you can. Somebody look it up.
I mean, I know people weren't getting out the military during Biden. Why would you? You could have a beard and makeup and, switch. And
no
do
PT,
you want.
no PT.
What's going on?
No PT.
Yeah.
Yeah, look up, since Trump's coming to office, look up, has people entering the service went down or up? And if so, which direction? How much did it go up or down? Right.
Okay.
All right. And when you find out,
or you could simplify it and just say, has military recruiting gone up in the past 2 years? Maybe just a little like that. But either way. But yeah, so now selective service. So before, you used to have to register with selective service. As of December of 2026, this year, is going to automatically register anybody 18 to 24 I think it's 24, 25, something like that, automatically into selective service.
Yeah, automatically meaning what exactly? Automatically.
So I think I don't know, because I never, like, every time they ask me, I was like, I don't know. I just went into the military, right? I signed up at 17. I have no idea what this is signing up. But for maybe you natural born Americans that dodged the military, like, do you have to sign your name or something, like, legally on some kind of selective service thing? Is that how it works?
So basically what typically what's supposed to happen, right, for those that have integrity and for their country, is when you turn 17 to 18 years old, you go sign up for the draft. You put your name in there. Like, they don't have to come find.
So the selective service is the draft. That's what that is.
Well, I don't that term selective service, I'm not familiar with that term. I'm just telling you, a person who is a patriot, someone who will say, "Hey, I'll go to war. Let's go." You know what I mean? Like, that type of integrity, right? Growing up, everyone that turned 17, 8, they couldn't wait to go put their name to be placed in a draft if need be. So that's never been an issue around people that I know personally, right? There's other people, they ain't signing that up. You're gonna have to come find me. That's what they'll say. You understand? Like, I ain't signing up. But for people who are focused,
where do you sign up at, though? That's my question.
At the post office. At the post office.
Oh, so you just go to the post office.
Go to the post office and said, my son's 17, 18 years old. They're ready to sign their name on the dotted line, and they know exactly what you're talking about. They give them the deal. You sign it up, send it off. As soon as I turned of age, my dad said, "Hey, let's go." I already knew. It's a thing. Like, it's a thing, bro. Like, you already know. I was proud. Let's go. Sign me up. Bam, bam, bam. And then, pretty much school's pretty much over. My senior year, instead of, well, just to make it real simple, I was ready to get out. I didn't know what year I was going to join. I didn't know if it was going to be senior year, the year after, but it was going to happen. You know what I mean? Which it did. I did it halfway through. I chose to go that route. But yeah, you just go to the post office and it's, hey, let's go. It's kind of like letting the country know you ain't got to come look for me. Hey.
Yeah. So, like, I dipped in at 17. So I didn't even know I didn't even know what selective service was, to be honest with you, because I dipped in at 17. Like, I didn't have to go to the post office. I have no idea. So my son, I didn't take him to the. So now that reading the thing, people are freaking out because I guess as of December, from doing taxes, you want to claim your kid as a tax credit. Well, guess what? When they turn 18, I guess they're automatically, they don't have to go sign up anymore. You're automatically drafted, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it should be that way. I mean, that's how it should be. But back in the day, like when, it's they're gonna find you anyway. But it's kind of like, taking initiative. Like, you ain't got to come find me. Let's go. But what we're actually,
I think that's what gives. I was gonna say, I think that's what gives Israel. That's what gives Israel, like, the pride that they have. Like, if you talk to an Israeli, they're all very proud to be Israeli. Like, all of them. You're not gonna find one that's like, oh, I piss on my country. I hate my president. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna find.
No,
that.
It's rare. It's very rare. And what's funny, it's funny you bring that up, because we found one that's not proud. She comes on the live sometimes, bro. Have you not met her yet?
No. I think I seen her on the live a couple of days ago.
Yeah, so so she lives in Israel, and I didn't believe her at first. I'm really just giving her a hard time, but what can help you lead to believe that the person is from Israel when you ask them about their safe room in their house. Okay. Because not a lot of countries have that. All right. And her daughter was cooking something, and I was looking around in the house. I was like, okay, yeah, it might be. I said, let me see outside. And she went outside, and I was like, yeah, that kind of does look like Israeli looking. And I said, where's your safe room at? She's like, oh no, I have one right here. And so when she opened it up, I was like, okay. I mean, there's just too many things that more than likely she is from there. She even sounds like it, her voice, like her accent.
Yeah, no, I think she definitely speaks Hebrew. I heard her voice.
One time. Yeah. So, but she says overall she's not proud to be there. But then again, she's in her probably 60s, or somewhere around there. And so I can see people kind of getting burnt out of always, having to run to the safe room, and I get that. I really do. But
I mean, either way, she's an outlier. Like I would say, 98% of Israelis are proud to be in Israel. They're proud to be Israeli.
Majority,
They're very proud of it, and I think it comes from the fact that everybody has to serve in the IDF at least 2 years.
Absolutely, bro. If you got to go through all that crap, train yourself that I'm going to have to defend myself, and this is how the system works with other people helping you out, you become a patriot, a real patriot. You know, again, for the majority, because it's rare that I meet someone from Israel and they're not at least 95% proud, at least minimum. So, so we just happen to meet someone that's kind of, but again, once they start getting in their 60s and 70s, any person can kind of, get a little bitter about certain things. But so that didn't catch me off guard. But no, what we were talking,
most people that serve in the
well, let me say this:
in the military love America.
Yeah, most of them do. It's rare that you meet some that don't, but they exist. But what we were talking about is, if we were to quote unquote invade Iran, what would be the number one reason that the pirates would want that to happen? And then what are the other trickling effects? And I was just talking about how they 100% have bombs under everything for the first 5 to 10 miles. So like if anybody was to invade, they're just going to be back there hitting a bunch of kabuis, and then putting it all over the internet. Look, we're unaliving the giant. I mean, they're wild. They're wild. So they would want an invasion, because, to them, it's nothing more thrilling than to have an American who they hate and drag them through every road that they have out there. That's more that is worth everybody that we've unalived to them. To them, that is so worth it. But again, they're just a bunch of pirates. So, what do you expect? All right, Christian, what do you got? What's the numbers?
Using the closest apples to apples comparison available, fiscal year 2024 versus 2025 active duty recruitment accessions, every major branch either increased or at least held steady at a higher level than the year before. Branch breakdown: Army from 55 to 62, Navy 40 to 44, Air Force 27 to 30.
That's 1 year.
Thousands, by the
That's
way.
1 year.
From fiscal year 2024 to fiscal year 2025.
No, we're looking at from 2024 to 2026.
Well, we don't have fiscal year 2026 yet. It's not over.
Okay, you're right. It's not over. Okay, so basically, it's only went up a little bit so far.
I mean, it's still up.
No, it's up. I mean, I knew it was up. I just didn't know how much. But we'll know how much.
The only one that's down.
But you got to remember,
only one that's down is Marine Corps.
Yeah, you got to remember it's up, but it's not up because it's barely. It was so bad the past couple of years that little bit that it went up is still the military is not at full capacity at this point.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I saw something. Christian, look this up, see if it's true. So, we usually have an active duty of about 1 million, and somebody said it's almost at 2 right now. Christian, look up what was our active duty military in 2023. I want to know what it was in 2023, and I want to know what it is in 2025.
Oh, you want to see a crazy number? Go to 2004. That mug skyrocketed when everybody knew they was going to get a chance to go to war.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to go.
Yeah, I was already.
2023 was 1.337.
Hold on. 2023 was what?
1,337,000.
All right, 1.3. All right, and then right now, what is it?
The most readable estimate is 1.33 million.
So did it go up or is it the same?
It's kind of right around the same.
Right around the same.
Yeah, as I said, it's been down for some years after I want to say after when Biden came in, a lot of people got out. A lot of people got out too during the COVID thing because they were not taking that shot. So a lot of people got kicked out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the military, I'm not trying to take no shots. They use you as a guinea pig in there and got me messed up.
You gotta be. Yeah. I had a buddy when I first went in, bro. My first year, he was 11 Bravo, He was 11 Bravo, and he's like, hey, and I can't remember what it is, but he's like, hey man, they selected me to do this job. And I'm like, man, where have I heard that name? I was like, what is it again? He's like, and he tells me, and I'm like, bro, is that not one of the jobs that we were told in basic? Do not take this job. He's like, no, I don't think it is, bro. Hey, I went out and started asking, hey, any captain or like at least, sergeant first class, somewhere around there. Dre, I didn't even know these people. I'd go to parade rest and I was like, hey, permission to speak. And they're like, okay, what? And I said, please tell me, what is this job? And I gave I remember the name back then, but I gave the title and the numerics. And they're like, why are you asking? And I was like, well, someone's asking me if I want to do it. I'm lying, of course, but I was like, someone's asking me if I want to do it, but I don't know nothing about it. Bro, half of these people lied to me and the other half told the truth. So half of them told me, oh, I think that's just this. And they all pretty much called it this over here. And the other half is like, yeah, well, that's the one where you're going to be doing a lot of stuff that you probably don't want to do. A bunch of them said that. They go, you didn't hear that from me, and they'd walk off. So I finally went to the internet, put it in there just based on what they said. And finally, after reading, bro, I was like, yep, that's it. That's the one, bro. The drill sergeant said, I'm telling you, don't do this job. Anyway, he didn't listen. He went and did it. Now, he had a great time. And there was a month where he had to take some pills. But, bro, he got to test some new night vision. Because, military, we test stuff for 4 to 6 years before we use it, like actually put it out to use it. Bro, he got some new night vision. He got the new Mitch helmet. He was one of the ones that the new smaller Mitch helmet, he was and a new rucksack. He said the rucksack was bad because his underarms, his back would get raw because of the way it wasn't right, like the way you wore it.
Ugh.
Oh yeah,
Ugh.
and you got to do it for 30 days, bro. You got to wear it for 30 days. So after 2 weeks, he had to put a bunch of like padding on his body because you can't put the padding on the ruck. You can't put the padding on the ruck, dude. So
you're testing the actual.
You're testing that the way it is. So you can't mess with it. And he said after 2 weeks, he was blistered, raw. He would have to put that moleskin. I mean, layers. He'd have to put it on his body, and some other crap. And then he said the Mitch helmet was almost perfect. Some of the padding rubbed his head. I mean, he would get on the treadmill. They wouldn't even go out sometimes and ruck for real. He'd get on the treadmill, bro, with that ruck. I was like, golly, on a treadmill? And they made him run in it. And he's like, oh man, I can't run in this no more. They're like, make it tighter. And but they test stuff for 6 years, and he was one of those 30 to 90 days. They would give it to him for 30 to 90, but they give it to another soldier 30 to 90. This is how they got their 6 years. They just keep hopping it to each person.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. And then he would talk about some cool stuff though that he got to do, but you're a guinea pig, bro. Like it's a job. I can't remember what it is. If you look it up, you'll find it. But it's a job itself. But yeah, no, I was just telling.
Go ahead. They don't got that in the Marine Corps because we get all the leftover equipment from y'all.
Yeah, y'all. Hey, matter of fact, if y'all got it, it's one of the. It may be old, but it's one of the good ones. That's why it's still there. That's why it's still there. So it's not the worst one. It's not in the best shape. It's not brand new, but it was one that held up for at least a couple of years. So when y'all got it, whatever was wrong with it, that sucker got wore down. It's kind of. But no, I was just telling Saba, me personally, this might be the last. That's why I told her 2 weeks ago. I said, let's see what happens in the next 2 weeks because I really think Trump's had enough. And so last week was week 1. This is week 2. And it wouldn't surprise me if bombs away that bad boy on him this week, man. It wouldn't surprise me, but we'll see.
It's gonna happen in the middle of the night sometime.
Probably,
we're gonna
dude.
wake up and we're gonna see the news. And the good thing is that in America we're not gonna hear.
Yeah, dang, that's crazy. Yeah,
hear it.
Yep. No, we'll see, man.
By the way, the first time I ever heard that thing in the military when I was in boot camp scared the hell out of me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I bet that sucker's loud.
I didn't know what it was, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I thought we were getting bombed.
Yeah,
I
can see that
within 5 miles.
I can see that, bro. It's wild. No, I can see that. Yeah. Let me see. What time is it? 4:30. Dre, you got anything, bro? You want to add or anything or what?
No, I still want to do the Abraham thing, but I just haven't. You're not coming on in the mornings. I know you're busy, and by the time this time rolls around, I'm like, now I'm busy. Now I just got off work. I got a bunch of stuff I got to get done.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll be. I mean, I don't know. Today was a half rainy, half sunny day, man. What I probably should have done is just because sometimes the weather app ain't always right. I should have just trusted it, and I should have just started around 8:00. And I had already been off, and I would have been able to go to the back because there's some back part over there that I need to mow. But I'm gonna go look to see if it's still raining. It could still be. It said all day, so I don't know. I'm trying to get Saba to watch the movie Braveheart, but she don't want to watch it. I was like, I'm telling you, yeah,
Braveheart is like
it's top 10,
one of the greatest movies of all time. Oh yeah,
it's top 10, man.
Yeah.
Top 10, sure. And it's a true story about the same crap Iran's going through right now. Same stuff.
Not just that, but it's Braveheart. He was a Messianic Jew. He was going against the Catholic Church. People don't realize that. That's why he had to pay.
Oh my God.
Well, Dre's not being cool. He's not really lying, really. I mean, I hate to say that. The whole Catholic thing was a thing back then, and this guy was like, you know what? I ain't trying to hear none of it. I ain't trying to hear it. And he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't trying to hear none of it, bro. So I know he was
they were. Remember, part of I'm being partially serious.
No, I know you are. I know.
He was like, "Yo, I'm taking your wife. Like, I have to sleep with your wife first before you get to have her."
Yeah.
And like, what? What are we talking about, bro?
Yeah.
No, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Yeah, so we kind of bounced around all over the place today. We didn't really stick on one.
Brother,
I never get tired of watching that movie. Yeah, it's good. Meow, what's up?
Did you ever explain Psalm 82?
No, Meow, your cat's not going to heaven. We already answered that question.
Yeah, how many times we got to go over that? How many times we got to go over this?
They are. All my cats are going to heaven.
Oh my gosh.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name, huh?
But I want to know because there's a human being that's always.
Hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you. But let me just say this real quick before you go, because I already know your question's gonna last forever. Bro, I gotta send you this video.
What?
This lady said that I played it on Alex's live earlier. This lady said that we need to have a third testament because the Bible says that women aren't supposed to speak in church and that you should be silent and blah, 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 like these intentions. And she's like, well, I think that is wrong. And we should rip those pages out of the Bible and we should do a third testament. And she's like, and I'm a godly woman. I speak to Jesus every morning. Just how Meow just said. Jesus told me my cats are going to heaven. That's what reminded me of that, by the way, Meow. So she's saying Jesus don't told her there needs to be a third testament because the Bible's all jacked up.
Tell her
it's not the word of God.
Tell her there's already a thing called the third testament. It's called Islam. It's the third testament.
Yeah, she ain't gonna like that one either.
She ain't gonna like that third testament, bro.
She's not gonna like that 434.
She ain't gonna like that third test. Tell her, no, there's a third testament. Oh yeah, it's called Islam. Go over there, go read it.
But the thing is, this is the issue. This lady saying that the Spirit and the Jesus don't told her this stuff.
Yeah.
And people are amening this. They're like, amen, amen. And she's a bishop. Amen, bishop. Amen. I'm like, yo, listen. Y'all are twisted, bro.
It's just my wish to see my cats in heaven, Dre. It's my wish, bro. Don't be like,
God is gonna, you know that thing that they haven't been in black? God's gonna flash you and you're gonna forget all about the cat.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna go.
I know.
He's gonna be like, meow. Now I want you to meow this way, meow. And you're gonna be like, wow, Lord, wow, look at the heaven, how pretty it is. Continue to go straight. Everybody continue to go straight. Continue.
I mean,
that's it. There ain't gonna be no more. You're gonna forget about the cats. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the question that I wanted to ask is because, first of all, there is a lot of people that keep abusing that verse, is saying like it's mostly New Ager, and it's like I need to read the verse, but and also like there is another person who said that this verse
Hold on a second. Nina, why do you keep coming up and down? Why is it the 10th time you came up and went down?
It's the bars.
Whose bars?
Got bars, bro.
Oh, okay. Nina's got some
bars.
bad reception. Okay. Anyway, what's your question about Psalms 82?
The question is, like when God said, "Did I tell you that you are God?"
Okay.
And basically, like, there's a lot of people that is misusing this verse, and recently there's someone who's bothering me with this. Like, he keeps coming with his distinct account and like saying this. So I want to know, like, how can I, how can I say this? Like, separate it and like understand it.
Okay, so what's your question?
The question is, who is this meant to be and who's the God? And how can I explain to a person that we are not gods?
Well, we are gods.
Bro. No, not in that sense. Like, no. No, we're not gods. Come on.
We're okay.
Like, we are, like, we have authority over the flesh. And like,
So
we have authority given by God.
So you're just a man. You're just a man. You're like an animal.
Yeah, yes, sir. No, but we have authority.
Listen. You're either made in the image and likeness of God, or you're not. If you're not made in the image and likeness of God, then you're no God. But if you're made in the image and likeness of God, you're a God. So which one are you? Are you born again or not born again?
Of course, born again.
Okay, so if you bear the image and likeness, so what makes you different than a non-believer? Well, how are you different?
Because I'm born again with
you're born. Listen. You're born again like God, right?
Brother, but I'm not God.
No. Answer my question. Are you born again like God or not like God?
Yes.
So then how? Now tell me how you're not a God then. If God lives inside of you and you have a person beside you who's not a believer, God does not live in him. So that person, I agree with you, no God, but you have God in you, right?
Yes.
So then how are you not God then?
Okay, I'm gonna explain to you.
Okay.
For example, I'm a child of God. Okay.
Okay.
But I'm not.
You just cooked yourself, by the way.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that.
You just cooked yourself. That was
Wait, like I'm agreeing with him.
All right. So look. So look.
Just I didn't even explain the point. That
you don't have to. We've done this a million times. I already know the point you're gonna make. Look, I understand what you mean when you say, "Yeah, but we're not God." I get it. What I'm telling you is, you're wrong by telling someone you're not God, or you're not like God, or you're not something God, not God. I don't care how you say it. I'm telling you, you're wrong. So, so if you have a kid, is your kid human or your kid's not human?
They are gonna be humans.
They're gonna be human like you, because you're human, right?
Yes.
So then, if you're a child of God, how in the heck are you not a God if you're a child of God? You're still human, so you're a child of God, but you're just human. You're just human. That's all you are?
I'm not the creator of the universe and the earth and, like everything. That's what I mean.
Okay.
I'm not like
all
the,
right. Okay. All right.
And
you're not the.
use it like.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
not. Okay.
Right.
I have
ask a question. Let me ask you a question. Are you divine in any sense? What
you're muffling.
Yeah, he's asking if you're divine in any way. Are you divine in any way? Yes or no? That's what he's asking you.
Yes.
But you're not God.
I'm not the creator, bro.
How does that work?
Yeah. All right, Saba. Saba. Sorry.
Okay, let me give you another example. Watch this. Let me give her one more example.
Yeah, go ahead.
Watch this. So, who can forgive sins?
Jesus.
So why did he give the authority for his disciples to forgive sins?
Listen.
No.
Different.
No, answer the question, bro.
We need to forgive in order to be forgiven, like, you know.
Yeah, but how do you have he's saying, how do you have the power? If you're not God, how do you have the power? Okay. Is Jesus God?
Jesus is God, 100%.
Okay, and he lives in you, right? He lives in you?
Yes.
But you're not God.
I mean,
but you're not God.
bro, I still have this flesh, which is like, you know, wicked.
Okay. All right, fine. So okay. All right, so 1/3 of you is God then? Right? Spirit, soul, body?
No, I have his spirit dwelling in me, but
Right.
I'm not the creator.
Is
Like,
that your
I'm
spirit?
not.
Do you have a spirit or no, you don't have a spirit?
So let me, so I can understand you.
No. Do you have a spirit or not?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is the spirit perfect?
Yes.
It's perfect. So the only God is perfect. So your spirit is good.
Yes.
Your spirit is good. You got a good
Yes,
spirit.
because it's
Hold on a second. There's only hold on.
him.
There's only one that's good. God is good, and you're saying your spirit is good. So if you're saying your spirit is good, you're saying your spirit is God.
Yes, because he gave it to me.
Okay, all
this
right.
by,
So what's the
like, you know,
problem? So what's the problem then?
the problem is, okay,
Uh-huh.
is that I cannot, for example, create something into existence or like manifest something.
Why not?
Like the way
Why
people
not?
say it.
Why not? Why can't you? That's not what the Bible
Bro,
says.
this is madness.
The Bible says that you can. So what do you mean you can't?
According to his will, I can like heal and I can do all things through Christ to strengthen me through Christ. According to his will, not
Isa,
according.
that's a Muslim answer for Isa.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. So God lives in you, which means the word lives in you, right? The word.
Yes.
All right. So when you speak the word to someone and they come alive, you played no part? You played no part in that? Huh?
I honestly, no.
No?
No.
Then
It's all him, bro. Like, what do you mean? It's
okay,
all him.
If it's all him, why does he give you credit then?
He doesn't give me credit.
He doesn't
bro.
give
It's
you
all
credit.
him.
He doesn't give you credit.
Oh no, you should not
Like,
have said that.
What do you mean, like, give me credit? Christian, you should back me up, bro. Like, what do you...
Oh no!
So-
how many trees of
I'm
life
gonna eat
are there,
avocado toast, Christian.
Huh? Dre, what?
Well, then you'll be broke, but you'll still be.
Try,
You still have to learn this part.
How many trees of life are there, Try?
Yeah. That's a
Because
good.
the Bible calls
that's a
us
good
trees
question.
of life.
Yeah. So Meow, whenever Jesus, after he resurrected, it says that the disciples were fishing, and Jesus went up there and was like, "Hey, have y'all caught any fish?" And he tells them, "Cast a net on the right side." And John says, "Hey, that's him." So Peter jumps in the water. It says that he was making breakfast. That's what he says. He was making breakfast there. Do you remember what it says about the fish that he was using? Do you remember what he says to them about the fish? I'm trying to show you. Do you remember? Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Who does Jesus in that scenario right there? Who does Jesus say caught the fish?
Peter.
Yeah, he says, bring the fish that you caught. That's what he says, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't catch any fish. But he tells them, hey, cast a net on the right side. Let me ask you, if they've been there for hours, you don't think they cast a net on the right side a few times already? You think they forgot to cast a net on the right side? How did their fish go to their net? You think Jesus brought the fish over there? Or what?
It's him, bro. It's still him. Even if he
why
said
did he say bring the fish that you caught? And he's the one that did it. Why is he saying bring the fish that you caught?
It's his word, like he said.
Why is he saying bring the fish that you caught? You. Why did he say that?
I'm not gonna say it's crediting us because who are we? Like
that's your problem.
Oh,
You say who are we, and God doesn't see you like that. But yeah, you see yourself like that. Who are we? That's how God sees you. So when God looks at you, he goes, "Who are you?" That's what he says.
no.
So then
I'm
why
saying, like,
why do you see yourself like that? When God
I'm not
sees you,
seeing myself like that. I'm just being like, because it's him giving that word to Peter,
right? Mm-hmm.
and if it's not him giving that word to Peter, Peter wouldn't do that,
Right. So then,
it's all
okay.
him from the
All right.
beginning.
So let me ask you. So you think Jesus knows it's all him?
Yeah.
Okay. So
knows.
why does he tell Peter, bring the fish that you caught?
Because
Jesus,
is
because why?
ordering Peter.
No. Why is he saying you caught it, Peter? You caught it. Why is he saying that?
Okay, let me say he's crediting Peter.
He's what?
Crediting Peter, like he's telling.
He's what?
Like he's bringing Peter name, like okay, like he's
no. But
crediting him.
why is he telling Peter?
She said he's crediting him.
Oh, credited him. Okay, so all right, my bad. Sorry. But why is he giving Peter credit for catching the fish? Why is he giving Peter credit?
Because he played a role.
Okay, so Jesus is lying. So when Jesus said, "Bring the fish that you caught," you're saying Jesus should have told the truth. Peter, bring that fish that I caught. That's what he should have told Peter.
No, but I'm going by what you're trying to explain to me so I can understand you. No. I don't think that this
you
is the
said,
answer. I already answered my thingy.
You already answered?
Yeah, like I already said, it's his word, and he's ordering Peter.
But that's not my question. My question is not if it's his word. You're not answering my question. My question is, when you say, well, who are we? We're nobody, right? Why is it that Jesus gives Peter the credit for catching the fish? So is Jesus lying? Did Peter catch the fish or did Jesus do it?
Honestly, my answer is Jesus did it. But
right. Okay.
Technically, the verse says that Peter,
all right, but Jesus said it. Jesus said, Peter caught it. So I'm asking you, why is Jesus giving Peter the credit if he's the one that did it? How come Jesus' character is not matching what you're saying? How come Jesus is not saying, Peter, bring forth the fish that I caught? How come Jesus is not saying that?
You're trying to tell me that God does credit us. I understand.
No, but my question to you is, why did not Jesus say, bring the fish that I caught? How come he didn't say that? Because you're saying he did it.
Because Peter did it, yeah.
Okay, so, all right. So which one is it? When you say, well, I cannot do nothing. I can't do nothing. It's all God.
But no. I can do. I'm saying I can do, but it's him. Like,
I know,
him that is doing that.
I know that it's him. You know that it's him, but how come he doesn't take credit? Do you understand? Why doesn't he say, it's me? Why is he like, Peter, bring the fish you caught? He does this more than one time. What's the reason he does it? Why? Why does he do that? It's important. It's very important. This is God here. This is God. Okay?
Why do I always come with Peter questions and Peter like things? Okay. He is telling Peter to do it because it's like Peter, he is gonna do it, It's Peter,
Yeah, but the question is, why does he give us credit? Even though he knows it's him, why does he give us credit? Why? Why does he do that?
Because we are important.
Well, that's close.
To him.
That's close.
Okay, we are gods.
That's why. That's the reason.
Bro, no. Like, how can I explain this to... I feel like that's blasphemy.
I know, because you're...
Who believe our report?
I know you believe it's blasphemy, right? Right. But by faith, it's true. So what does 1 John 4:17 say? This is what we do, because it's already about to be 5 and I got to go. Look, I need you to go read 1 John 4:17, and tomorrow, hopefully you come back and you explain it. Okay?
Okay.
Me? Yeah, you. Look, 1 John 4:17. 1 John, not big John. 1 John, little John. 1 John 4:17. So I need you to go
read the whole chapter.
Go read the whole chapter, okay? But the focus is 17. We'll read the whole chapter, and you need to come explain it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Anybody got anything else?
Okay.
No, because I got to go. I got to go. I didn't.
Sorry.
I was supposed to get off probably 15 minutes ago. Anybody got anything? No, go. No. Just write your other question down and bring it tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow. All right. We got to go. Nothing else. All right, guys. God bless. We'll see y'all in the morning.